Hello guys, you're at YouTube channel Become Tougher, and today we will look at the undercut or a low kick. Okay guys, how to work out this undercut. You should start with small, you should work with your righty or lefty person. Everything is simple. You're standing in your fighting position and working out your first move. This step forward and punch for that person to defend himself. Not just going forward and getting punched with his front hand. Step and punch, so I'm preparing my leg and making him defend. Then I'm doing such thing. 1, 2. Here I have to sit down on my back foot a bit, support leg. That is the first moment to work out. Sit down, 1, 2. The second moment, in motion. I'm grabbing his hand and starting to push him out and then undercut him. I have to kick in the bottom part of the leg, pushing, and then undercut him. My hands are here and they're ready. I'm holding the distance, so I'm not getting close to him and making such undercut at the distance of his hands. I'm working with my distance. So step forward and one more and undercut. So I'm pushing him out and he's unbalanced and it's easier for me to undercut him. After that, you can use your hands as well. And legs either. If we are talking about mirror entity. But you have to work out both sides, the right one as well as the left one. Then he stands in such position. There are some cons, because I'm not going to the side and I'm standing straight in his level of attack. That is why I have to work with jabs and elbows. Here he will be falling, and in order not to get punched by his hand, because while failing he can just throw his hand by chance. So you have to be ready for him to punch. That is why your hand has to be ready. In close combat, I'm kicking him here, kicking here, and then work with hands, kick and work with hands. When I'm changing the stance, I have just worked with the righty-lefty, and then in other stance I've done the same. Nothing changes. Switch your stance. But in my opinion, it's better to work out this technique in mirror entity. So when I'm standing in righty stance, he's standing in lefty stance. If he stands as a lefty, there will be more techniques. If we're talking about close combat, I'm charging my knee. If he stopped. If he's getting the distance, I'm charging my leg kick. If he starts seeing through my techniques, I'm starting to cheat. I'm showing low kick and doing the high kick. Showing this punch and throwing my leg. Here is a plus because I'm charging my feet. I'm making a kick. That is like with tornado. You should turn your pelvis this way, and then this leg is charging this leg. So I'm pushing from the ground and kicking him. If you see that he's raising his front leg, then I'm going for his back leg. If we're talking about the back leg, then I sit down a bit and kick from here. But we will take a look at this punch a bit later, because the booking table is full. I'm striving for you, so try to share this video and put a like. So I'm always thinking and analyzing. If a person starts to get used to my undercut, putting his leg, the first variant, I'm starting to kick his second leg. Another variant, I'm starting to pen another side. I can punch with my elbows, get in close combat. Understanding that he is going into defense, I'm starting to make entrances. If I understand that he's going to raise his leg, if I understand that he's starting to close himself, at this moment I start rushing him. Here is undercut. If I understand that he's moving backwards, here goes the tornado really well. The tornado just wants to go from here. So once more, that's where you have to start. Exactly with this step. But notice and remember to sit down a bit. Okay, next. Not just kicking the leg, but pulling it to yourself. After you got how to do this step, you should move to pushing. Controlling his hand and pushing, and kick. If we're talking about clothing, if there is a clothing, but ideally you grab a person's arm and I'm pushing him, and when I'm cutting down, I'm pulling his arm down. Or grabbing him here and pulling him down as well. There is nothing to grab you, but I'm grabbing your glove and pulling you down. That is really good thing. I revealed everything. Write down in comments what variants you want to know about. I will 100% do the tornado and stretching as you ask me. I will do everything. I'm just making these videos. So good luck everyone. Take care, be wealthy and overcome difficulties every day. I will be outpaced, so for this undercut I have to prepare and prepare. I know what's gonna be next. Okay, you don't know. Do you have a flashlight? Your name is Goose. I know that. When I understand that he is raising his front leg, I'm aiming at his back leg. So I'm making him defend and move his front leg. I saw that he started doing that, and then I'm rushing in. Are you okay? And I'm going under his second leg. And there are a lot of combinations. Uppercut comes from here.